We are in Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 45, and towards the end of chapter 44, we saw how Kamsa was killed ruthlessly by our Lord Sri Krishna, who is only 11-12 years old, and having seen his brother, their brother, killed, the other brothers of Kamsa, they all attacked Krishna and Balram, and without too much effort, Balramji killed all the other brothers. Once they were killed, all the wives of the brother Kamsa and his brothers, they come down wailing that now we have got no support, now we are destitute, who will take care of us, this, that. And they also add in that crying, in their lamentation, that we told you don't mess with the Krishna and Balram. He is the avatar of God. We told you so, but you did not listen to us. We told you this would happen, but you did not listen to us. And you continued in your hatred towards Krishna and Balram. You went on killing innocent people, and as you sow, so you reap. So you are reaping the result of all the actions that you did. But what will happen to us? At that time, Krishna Bhagavan comes and he gives them santvana, he gives them assurance. He does the cremation of all the Kamsa and his brothers in a proper manner, and he gives them protection, all the wives, that nothing, you will be taken care of, all your children will be taken care of in the right manner, and don't you worry. And with this, and then after having done that, to the Shri Shuka Uvacha Rajayoshita Ashwasya Bhagavan Loka Bhavanaha Yamahur Lokaikim Sanstham Hatanam Samakarayat Mataram Pitaram Chaiva Mochayitvatha Bandhanat Krishna Ramau Vandate Shirasa Sprushya Vadayoho Devaki Vasudevascha Vijnaya Jagadishwaro Kruta Sambandhanau Putrau Swatsvajate Chankitau. So having given Ashwasya to whom? To all the wives. having given them assurance, then the Lord along with Balram, they go to their father and mother who were still in the bedi, in the chains. They release them and they fall down at their feet with their head touching the feet of the parents. Now, the Devaki and Vasudeva, they have seen the prowess of Krishna and Balram. They feel that, oh my God, and people are saying that he is the Lord Narayana himself who has come down on earth. So that rumor has reached them also. And they hichak jate hain. They have a feeling that this is not right, that the Lord is falling at our feet. And there is a slight hesitation in them. And therefore, because of that hesitation, when the Lord gets up, they feel it is inappropriate. ये आवाज echo कर रही, थोड़ी आवाज कम करो. It is inappropriate to behave with Vasudeva and Devaki, not Vasudeva and Devaki, Krishna and Balram in that manner that they should hug and everything, because they are gods themselves. So therefore, they don't do anything. They are hichkicha rahe hain, they are hesitating. When Lord sees this happening from his own parents, क्या करेंगे फिर? Jadoo. With that Jadoo begins the next chapter. He invokes his Yogamaya, and with that Yogamaya, in one moment, he removes this idea from their mind that he is the Lord. Whatever they have heard, he makes them forget. And the moment they forget, my child, so many years, this, that, and drama begins. Bhagavan is expert in doing drama. So here, in our 45th chapter we begin, the Lord brings back his preceptor's son from the abode of death. And here, let's read. Shri Shuka Uvacha Pitarāvupalabdhārthau viditva purushottamaha ma bhuditi nijam mayam tata na janamohinim uvacha pitaravetya sagraja sattvadarshavaha prashnayavanata prinaha amba jateti sadaram नास्मत्तो युवयोस्तात निस्त्योत्कण्ठितयोरपि बाल्यपौगण्डकैशोराः पुत्राभ्यामभवन् क्वचित् न लब्धो दैवहतयोः वासो नौ भवदन्तिके माम्बला पितृगेहस्था विन्दन्ते लालिता मुदम् सर्वार्थ संभवो देहो जनित पोषितो यतः न तयोर्याति नित्वेषं पित्रोर्मर्त्य घृतायुषा यस्तयोरात्मजः कल्प आत्मना च धनेन च वृत्तिं न दद्यातं प्रेत्य स्वमांसं खादयतिः मातरं पितरं वृद्धं भार्यां साध्वी सुतं शिशुं गुरुं विप्रं प्रपन्नं च कल्पोभिभ्रश्वसन्मृतः तन्नावकल्पयुः कंसात् नित्यमुद्विग्नचेतसोः मोघमेते व्यतिक्रान्ताः दिवसा वामनर्चतोः तत्क्षन्तुमर्हतस्तात मातर्नौ परतन्त्रयोः अकुर्वतोर्वा शुश्रूषां क्लिष्टयोर्दुर्हृदा भृशम्. So here Shukdev ji continues the story as to what happens after that. Here it says, Pitara upalabdhārthau viditva purushottamaha ma bhutidi nijam mayam tata na janamohinim. Immediately having seen the disposition of his parents, Vasudeva and Devaki, immediately he invokes his Maya, and that Maya which deludes the whole world. and when she comes and deludes the minds of his parents, they also forget everything that they have heard or known about Sri Krishna, and then again he approaches the father and mother, and both Balram and Krishna. How do they come this time? They don't come, oh king, and mummy, daddy, and they immediately they also respond to the calls of mummy and daddy, papa, mama. उवाच पितरा वैत्य साग्रज सात्वतर्षभः प्रश्नयावनत प्रीणः अम्ब तातेति सादरम. With due respect, and they go to, they both with due respect, they bow to the parents, and both the parents, they are delighted by taking both the sons into their embrace, and in this way नास्मत्तोस् युवयोस्तात नित्योत्कण्ठितयोरपि बाल्यपौगण्डकैशोराः पुत्राभ्याम अभवन् क्वचित्. And then after that both Krishna is telling the parents that even though you have been longing for us, and you had the right, you wanted to see us, how we were when we were young, how we were growing, all our pranks, how we learned to walk, how we learned to crawl, how etc. etc. But all that you missed out, oh parents. But that is possible only when we are living with you. But we did all that while we were with Nanda Baba, and therefore he says, we are that we could not grow up with you, O Lord, O parents, because our bad luck. And even though we were, and then he turns towards Nanda Baba, who is there, and he says that the person who brings the children up is also as good as the father and mother. So he gives him respect also at the same time. This is the acumen of our Lord Sri Krishna. And he says, even if a person serves, in the fourth verse he says, na labdho daiva hatayoho vasav no bhavadantike ya bala pitru gehastaha vindate lalita mudam. In the fourth verse, no, in the fifth verse we are talking about, sarvartha sambhavo deho janita poshito mata yataha na tayor yati nirvesham pitror martya shatayusha. Even if a person, even if someone serves, lives 100 years and is not able to pay the debt to the parents, then it is not a life well lived. See? That guilt will always remain. I have not. You look at the orphans sometimes, we see some movies, we come across people who have been adopted. Continuously that ache is there inside their hearts with regards to their real parents, if they come to know that they are not the real children of their parents. And similarly, here what Krishna is trying to do is show to the parents that he has missed them, but at the same time he is teaching us what are the duties of children. That even if today, what is pap in today's society? Pap is not taking care of the parents in their old age. That is what the pap is. It is, see. So, if we have lived long life and we have the means, we have the capacity, we have the money, we have the ability, and we are not taking care of our parents, we are going wrong, isn't it? And it will not leave you till you die. That thought, that rin Matru Rin, Pitru Rin, Guru Rin and what do you call? Dev Rin. Ah. So these have to be paid. You cannot escape them. If you have transcended all these, then it's a different story. But if this thought is there in your mind that I should have done more for my parents, I should have done some more, I wish I could have done that, means abhi tak kida hai andar. The virus is there, the guilt is there. See? So here he says that even by serving them through a life full of 100 years, a mortal is not able to get square with his parents, by whom he is brought into being and nourished this body in which all the four objects of human life can be realized. What are the four objects of human life? Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. These are the four. If this body is not there, moksha is not possible. To get liberation or God realization, human body is necessary. See? And who has given you this human body? Parents. Lord, yes. Ultimately, Lord, yes. But at the relative level, parents. And we must pay our dues towards the parents. And in this way, the servants of Yama actually make that son eat. What is the punishment if you don't take care of parents? Here it is given. What is the punishment? It is a bit strong, but that is how scriptures are. They tell you as it is. In the 6th verse it is told, Yastayoratmaja kalpa atmana cha dhanena cha vrittim cha yadyatam pretya tvamasam khadayanti. The messengers of Yamaraj, they take you to the hell and they cut your flesh and they make you eat your own flesh. देखा झटका लगा ना. बॉडी में से जाता है अगर. दिस इज द पनिशमेंट. ही इज डेड टू ऑल इंटेंट्स एंड पर्पसेस. Thou breathing, who, though capable, fails to support his mother, aged father, virtuous wife, infant son, preceptor, a brahmana depending on him, and one who has sought him for protection. If you have the capacity to take care of these people, all these who are mentioned, and if you don't, then that is the punishment. See? So Krishna Bhagavan is saying, oh parents, therefore, for so many days so many days have passed away as we were growing up, and we failed to serve you, oh dad and mom, and because we were helpless, we were kids. But now I have grown up and I have got the capacity and the capability, and the decision making also is there. So, and now I can, and therefore I have come, and now what do you call? Helpless as we were, our mind being constantly afraid of Kamsa. Be pleased, O mother and father, to forgive that sin. Forgive that sin of omission on our part, who failed to render service to you, subject as you were. And what they were subjected to? They were subjected to the oppression by the Kamsa. And therefore, our Krishna and Balram, they are seeking forgiveness from their parents that they were not there to take care of them. So, what do we learn from this? Not just parents. In life, if you feel that you have made a mistake, immediately forgive and forget. Ask for forgiveness and move on. Don't keep it in your heart. It will keep eating you from inside. It's like dimak. It's like a termite. It will eat you from inside. The whole dhanja will become unable to withstand. Body is seen, very nice outside. Nowadays you see so many beautiful bodies around. Big bodies, beautiful shapes. But inside, diabetes, cholesterol, cancer, different diseases are there. They are eating away. Now it has started in childhood also for the people. So, oh parents, forgive us. Continuing. See, parents parents Vasudev and Krishna, Vasudev or Vasudev, कौन सा बोलेंगे? Vasudev and Devaki. वसुदेव का बेटा वासुदेव. कहाँ एकदम दिमाग अटक गया. Vasudev and Devaki, why they were not, what must be going on in their mind when they looked at Krishna and Balram? Think, how can elder people, why do people grow old? Unlike some in the group here. Why do people grow old?
There is no choice.
Huh?
There is no choice.
No. Or I should ask you the other way around. How can people, even though physically they are growing old, how can they remain young?
Mentally they are fit.
But what is the attitude towards life which will make...
They try to live through children.
Huh?
They try to live through children.
And therefore?
No,
therefore what happens?
They feel that happiness because the child, what they want to do, they may not have been able to achieve that. But when the children achieve that one and they enjoy through seeing that through their children because of attachment. That is one way.
Okay.
Swami Anubhavanji again and again says this.
What does he say?
They try to enjoy it. Suppose if I am not even able to become doctor, so I want my son to become doctor. Yeah, that is the, and we see happiness in, although child may not like it.
So how do you know, going around, how do you know a person has become old? In this group, how do you know people who is old and who is young?
Very difficult.
No, it's very easy. Everyone who's taking the support of the wall is old.
Just take it two walls.
Right or wrong? Everyone who's taking the support of the wall is old. On the road, how do you know who is young and old driver without looking at the face? The one who's driving in 100 speed is driving 60. Understand, old man. Mentally he's become old. He's afraid. He's not, the inspiration is not there. Whereas at in 60 speed who's driving, not 100, 65, 70, and he's young. Shilpa, which one are you?
No, I'm telling her don't go 65 to prove.
See? So why do we get old?
No
Because,
No inspiration.
Yes. And how does inspiration come?
Through the Lord.
Through the Lord, yes.
By being positive.
Positive thinking.
Yes. See, we take name of the Lord many times, but sometimes, majority of the times, taking the name of the Lord becomes mechanical. Inspiration goes, sleep comes. So you have to find new creative ways of remembering the Lord. Sometimes through japa, sometimes through what you did the chanting at the temple, sometimes come to satsang, sometimes meet Mahatmas, different ways. And therefore, in life, if we continuously apply ourselves to learn something, just as a hobby, something or the other, एक चीज सीख ली, चलो दूसरी सीख लो, दूसरी चीज सीख ली, third thing. Keep learning something. As long as you are learning something, you will remain young. But if you come to this conclusion, अरे यार, now I am 50, 60 years old, there's nothing more to do. जो करना था कर लिया. अभी तो बस now I have to just live, let the life be lived, and that's it. Very quickly you will get old. So here, so that is one thing. But here, our Vasudeva and Devaki, they are in front of the Lord and Krishna and Balram, and they are thinking, how can we allow Krishna and Balram to touch our feet? How can the Lord touch my feet? And therefore that hesitation. But at the same time, why did they allow? Another way of looking at it is, they said, "Arey, before me, the Lord was there. After me, the Lord will be there. That means Lord is bigger than me, is greater than me. तो मैं तो उसका बच्चा ही हो गया ना फिर. Even though I am parent, still I am the child of the Lord only." Immediately you will start feeling young. Today I found a new mother. This Chutki, she said, "You are my baby." I said, "Okay, from today you are my mother." But the son is scolding her all the time. Do this, eat this, finish that, take shower, wear clothes. It's a game. It's a game. So from our point of view, if this bhav is there towards the children, towards Krishna, Devaki and Vasudeva, that, oh Lord, you are the father of the whole creation. Naturally, I will remain ever young, even if I am getting old. Isn't it? वैसे वही same bhava you keep in your mind as we are getting old, physically. But if you don't want to get mentally old, then this bhava should be there. And in this way, this is the way, so that we don't fall into the trap of tamas. We remain ever inspired. As she, Padmini said, that the giver, the source of inspiration is the Lord. But how do you interact with Him? With what bhav you interact with Him? If you interact with Him mechanically, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, nothing is going to happen. So it's how you communicate. Initial stages. Because Lord is of the nature of inspiration. Continuing. Shri Shuka Uvacha Iti Maya Manushyasya Harer Vishwatmano Gira Mohitavankamaropya Parishvajja Mudam Avashrudharabihi स्नेहपाशेन चावृतौ न किंचिदुचतु राजन् बाष्पकण्ठौ विमुखितौ. Shukdev ji is saying that deluded, that the speech of the Lord, He spoke so sweetly. How do you invoke Maya? How does a child invoke the Maya? Say, don't do that, don't do that. Mummy, they go lovingly, they go pleasingly, they give her a kiss here and give her a kiss there, they touch the mother, they hug the mother, we are so sweet. Automatic mummy says, what do you want? Isn't it? तुम्हारा बेटा भी करता है, वो चालू है वो, उसको पता है. Same thing. Exactly the same thing is. So here, Krishna Bhagavan and Balram both are speaking all this what we just mentioned, this is in a sweet tone he spoke to his parents, and the parents forgot, and deluded by the speech of Lord, the though appearing as a human being through his Maya, his parents experienced supreme felicity, and they placed him in their lap and folded him in their arms. They embraced him. So till now there was hesitation, now there is no more hesitation. and what do you do after so many years? He is coming into their embrace, immediately kissing the head, kissing the eyes, kissing the nose, kissing the cheeks, everywhere, hugging and kissing going on. And they showered their affection on both of them. And because of that ecstatic expression of emotion, their throat were choked, the eyes were teary, and there no words were able to come out of their mouth to say any words. They were so much overwhelmed with love towards their two children. एवमाश्वास्य पितरौ भगवान् देवकी सुतः मातामहम् उग्रसेनं यदूनामकरो नृपम् आह चास्मात् महाराज प्रजाचाज्ञतुमर्हसि ययाति शापाद्यदुभिः नासितव्यं नृपासने मयि भृत्य उपासीने भवतो विबुधा यदयः बलिं हरन्त्यवनताः किमुतान्ये नराधिपाः सर्वान् स्वान्याति बन्धान् दिग्भ्यकंसभयाकुलान् यदो वृष्णयन्द कमधुः दाशार्ह कुकुरादिकान् सभाजितान् समाश्वास्य विदेशावासकर्षितान् न्यवासयत् स्वगेहेषु वित्तैः सन्तर्प्य विश्वकृत कृष्णसङ्कर्षणभुजैः गुप्ता लब्धमनोरथाः गृहेषु रेमिरे सिद्धाः कृष्णरामगतज्वराः वीक्षन्तो हरः पीता मुकुन्दवदनाम्बुजम् नित्यं प्रमुदितं श्रीमत् सदयस्मितवीक्षणम् तत्र प्रवयसो इत्यासन् युवानोति बलौजसः पिबन्तो क्षैर्मुकुन्दस्य मुखाम्बुजसुधा मुहुः. So here having thus comforted his parents, evam ashvasya pitarau bhagavan devaki sutta matama tu ugrasenam yadunam akaron nrupam, having given the assurance to his parents and asked for forgiveness for not being there to protect them from the atrocities of Kamsa, the two eventually went towards Ugrasen. Remember, in one, Devaki and Vasudeva were also under the chains, and the Kans had put the chains on his own father, Ugrasen. Ugrasen is the father of Kamsa. So they went and released him also, and then they told him, what? Ahachasmana Maharaja Prajak Chagyaptumarhasi Yayati Shapa Yadubihi Nasitavyam Nrupasane. And they said that, and who is this Ugrasen? He is the king of all the Yadus. It was a federation, and at that time there were the various tribes. There were the Yadus, the Vrishnis, the Andakas, the Madhus, the Dasharas, and the Kukuras. And out of that, these people, all the people were controlled by the Ugrasen. He was from a different tribe. And why the Yadus could not become the kings of all the tribes? Because they were given a curse by King Yayati that none in your generations will ever become a king. And this has been told in that verse, Yayati Shapad Yadubihi Nasitavyam Nrupasane. Then Mai Bhrityo Upasine Bhavato Vibudha Yada Dayaha Balim Harantyavanataha Kimutanye Naradhipaha. And then having, where are we? In the 14th verse, huh? And he says, our Ugrasen is saying, because nobody from the Yaduvansh can become the king, I will remain as the king, but as a king I will be the servant of you both. And you tell me how to rule the kingdom. And I will make sure that no more, nobody can come and disturb the balance, the people of all those who are residing in Mathura, or any people from any of these various tribes. And therefore he goes Sarvan Swajñati Sambandhan Digbya Kansa Bhayakulan. So here all the various tribes people under the atrocities of Kamsa, they had left Mathura and gone out and resided in different countries, different kingdoms. He called all of them. He says, I will call all of them and I will give them the due respect, and even all the elders, all those who are widows and those children who are orphans and etc. etc. Everyone I will take care of, but you just command me and I will do all that. See, for an old man like Ugrasen to accept the lordship of an 11-year-old, it's a great thing, isn't it? That will only happen when we see the greatness in the other, isn't it? Not otherwise. Today, if someone is getting better, the other one is ready to pull that person down. So-called gurus, their shishyas are becoming better than them. कौन से खेत की मूली है? खींचो. Say bad words about their own students in other places. Then who is the true parent or who is the true teacher? Parents are those who feel happy in the success of their children, isn't it? And who is a guru? True Mahatma, who feels great, he feels kritakritya, he feels supreme contentment when he sees that his shishya, his disciple, his devotee has achieved greatness in the society, isn't it? Or in his sadhana. There is no competition, there is no comparison. Sandipani felt great contentment that the Lord himself came to him for studies, isn't it? He didn't say, कौन से कहाँ का Lord, कैसा Lord? I don't believe in all that. Nothing like that. So these are psychology. It's how you develop your mind, what convictions you hold in your intellect. They determine what your vision of the world is. And Bhagavad Gita, take the Upanishads, take the various Puranas, they are not trying to, they are only changing the way you look at what is already there. They are not changing the world for you. They are only asking you to change your convictions. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, after the 30th verse, once all the 10-15 shlokas on Atma that are told, what is Atma? After that, the Lord starts telling Arjun what is Karma Yoga, what is Bhakti Yoga, what is Jnana Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, and what is Yoga. So as he is telling, when he comes to Buddhi Yoga, he says Buddhi Yoga is the Shreshtatam. Why it is Shreshtatam? Why Bhakti Yoga is not Shreshtatam or Karma Yoga is not Shreshtatam?
Buddhi is discrimination.
Not yes, direct, here in this context, Karma Yoga is for purification of the vasanas. Bhakti Yoga is for Upasana, which is for creating single pointed mind, a focused mind. And Buddhi Yoga is for changing the conviction. How much time does it take to change a conviction? Tell me. Not much time, isn't it? Yesterday only this example came. The wife, the girl, puts the varamala on around the neck of husband, and the man puts it around the girl. Very next moment, they start thinking that I am the wife, I am the husband, isn't it? Conviction has changed. Something has happened. Something has happened. Nothing physical, no physical change. See? So when we change our convictions, our whole response to the world, our vision to the world gets transformed. If I keep saying this, you will again say, "Ah, Swamiji, you have said it," but this is what it means. A pessimist has negative convictions. When he looks at the world, he sees only problems and difficulties. Yet an optimist has those convictions, those dharanas. He sees only opportunities. A realized master is convinced that everything is one. Therefore, he sees only divinity. World is the same. So we don't have to bring about change in the world. This satsang which is going on, it is not for your sake. It is for my mind's sake. It is my first teacher, student. It needs to get transformed. It needs to change its vision. It needs to get convinced. And if that is, oh, this is too hard, man, my God, okay, there is one more way. What? Karma yoga lage raho. For how long? जब तक कर्म करते हैं करते रहो. You through karma yoga, through purification, eventually you will come here only. Through japa sadhana also you will come here only. By falling in love with the Lord, to get convinced that the Lord is the only thing that there is in this creation. It's a conviction only, isn't it? But by whose grace? By Lord's grace. But for gaining the Lord's grace, what do you need to do? You have to remember Him for so many months. Not one, not two, not three, so many days, so many months, so many weeks, so many years. How many times, how many years did you spend to become convinced that you are a wife? How many years did you spend? From one moment to the next. So we have the capacity to change our convictions. And this, I'm just giving you one example. There are many. We know. We have done it. So why do we find it so difficult to change our convictions when it comes to the Lord? Why do we find it so difficult? See? Ugrasen has recognized. He was the king, but what happens? It's easier when you are down and trodden. When you are down and under, we are down under, isn't it? It's easier here. When we are at our wit's end, when we are under the troubles, when we are suffering, it's easy to change the conviction. When everything is going wonderful, that time Lord does not come in our mind. That time we think, I did it. So, by Lord's grace, we are down under, continuously under. His grace, we should be more available to Him. Our convictions should change. So this Ugrasen, he has the acumen, he has recognized the greatness of the Lord. And he is ready to he understands the whole play, he understands the curse of the Yadus, yet he says, O Krishna, I will accept your lordship, I'll be your servant, and you tell me how to run the kingdom. And also what I will do is, I will call all the people who have left the country and bring them back with due respect and give them whatever they require. This, our society, and till Krishna concluded his avatar, till then, this Yadu dynasty with the various tribes, they went from strength to strength. They became so successful because all helped each other, all worked together with each other, all supported each other. It was a force to reckon with in Aryavarta, throughout India. That time it included Bangladesh, Pakistan, and many other lands. So it was a force to reckon with. Nobody could or had ever defeated the Yadu dynasty. Nobody has ever defeated them. Jarasandha tried 18 times, they defeated him. He was himself an invincible person with a so much more bigger army than the Yaduvanshis. Yet they defeated him. Yavanas came, they defeated them. But all this began after the death of Kamsa. So if we live in an environment of love, acceptance, sharing, it can only bring strength and make us more and bring success at our doorsteps. But where there is strife, where there is comparison, where there is competition, where there is backbiting, where there is pulling down of the other person because out of jealousy, etc., their success cannot come. Cannot come. Because you are corrupting your mind and success is not out there, it is in your mind. See? And whenever our attention is on the total, automatically the means to serve that total come to us. In whichever way, not necessarily wealth. It can be just by bhaichara, just by companionship, just by saying few words. That's all that another person requires. You don't even need to say words, just to lend your ear to them. That is enough. But you are there for others because your attention is on the total. You are not seeking people. अच्छा अब मैं किसको help करूँ? अब मैं किसको help करूँ? You are not doing that also. Your attention is on the divine, and that divine will prompt the circumstances in which you can serve, be an instrument of service to the creation that he has created, isn't it? If taken in this way, then we are living correctly. And Ugrasen has recognized that. Vasudev, he is already committed to the truth. He was Satyavadi, isn't it? And who was Devaki? She was the one with immense faith in the Lord. Only when the union of two came, then Krishna came. And in this way, protected by the arms of Sri Krishna and Sankarashana, and having realized their ambition and accomplished their purpose, they lived happily in their homes, their agony having disappeared due to the grace of Sri Krishna and Balrama. Krishna Sankarashana Bhujaihi Gupta Labdha Manorathaha Gruheshu Remire Siddhaha Krishna Rama Gadajvaraha. When Krishna and Balrama are in your midst, that society, that person, that family, that mind, that intellect, it has to become a more integrated, more loving. I'm not just talking from society, but go deeper also. Wherever the Lord is the main theme, Look at the gopis without having studied any scriptures, without any done any Vedic chanting, without doing any havan or home or rituals. They realized the supreme position. Supreme. See? This society of Mathura, merely by the Lord coming there, majority of them, the moment they saw the Lord the first time, they fell in love. Every one of them. Those who didn't, their उनका जो होना है वो हो गया. But majority of them fell in love. And therefore, because of that reason, Kamsa was killed. And once he is killed, now the reformation of the society began. Why? Who is the kingpin? Who is that person around whom everything is revolving now? Krishna and Balram. When our life is revolving around Krishna in our mind, when all our thoughts are revolving around Krishna, just like all the gopis were revolving around Krishna, the whole Vrajabhumi was revolving around Krishna, now Mathura is revolving around Krishna, and all those people who have come back are continuously, by the grace of Krishna, everything is there. Yet that same society abandoned Krishna. When did they abandon Krishna? You know? When did they abandon Krishna? When the Mahabharata war took place, just before that, the choice was from whose side will the Narayani Sena fight from. And Krishna said, I will not make the decision. I will not make the decision because it was a federation. It has to be a democratic vote. All the chieftains, they said, no, Duryodhan, Bhishma Pitama, who has the will to die when he wants, he is the stronger side and he is supporting Duryodhana, so we are going to support Kauravas. And therefore he gives that option to Duryodhana and Arjuna. On one side I will be alone, not taking up any arms, and the other side will be having my entire Narayani Sena, which is invincible. That same society abandoned Krishna. They did not listen to him that time. What happened to that society which abandoned Krishna? Before Krishna left, the entire society, there is no trace of it today. Isn't it? What happened to the gopis when they abandoned Krishna and started thinking about their good fate? Krishna disappeared. Then Tras comes into your life. Understand this subtle message that is there in all this. So how do we live our life? Make Krishna your fulcrum and go around it. Fulcrum is the immovable part in the wheel. It is in the center. What do you call? Axle. Axle. That it hardly moves, but the outer wheel keeps going around. But can that wheel move without that axle? Same, make that the Krishna. Krishna is your center point. Krishna is your focus. Krishna is your support. Divinity. Take Krishna, divinity, Lord, whatever you want. Ishwar. And when life is lived in his awareness, everything will fall in its place. Everything will fall in its place. And we see that in all the Yaduvanshis. They went from strength to strength to strength. Yet, when they reached the climax, arrogance set in and they abandoned Krishna and brought about their own destruction. All this is not written anywhere. You have to contemplate, connect the dots and see the bigger picture. they felt rejoiced to gaze every day at the lotus-like countenance of Sri Krishna, which was ever full of ecstatic joy, charming and enlivened with compassion and smiling glances. So before it was the gopis who was enjoying the presence of Krishna, now it is the Mathuravasis who are enjoying the presence of Krishna. Every day he is walking here, there, teasing, always in a happy mode, never in a disgusted mode, never sad. Sadness only is there because you want to seek attention. Happiness is an expression of your inherent self, the inherent divinity. And in this way, Vikshanto haraha prita mukunda vadanambujam nityam pramuditam shrimat sadayasmita vikshanam tatra paravayaso pyasan yuvanoti balau jasaha pibanto kshair mukundasya mokhambuja sudham muhu. And drinking now and again the cup with the cup of their eyes, the nectar-like beauty of the lotus face of Sri Krishna. Who is this Krishna who gives liberation to one and all? Even the aged there at Mathura turned young and acquired great strength and energy. So where does energy come from? Where does inspiration come from? From the divine thought. See? Not from ahambhav. If you do yoga for some time, you will enjoy it. But after some time, you will get exhausted. You do pranayam, for some time you will enjoy pranayam. Afterwards, you will feel exhausted. Because the I is there. When you do japa, you begin with I. But if the bhava is not there, the I remains strong. And you again feel exhausted and you will go to sleep. But if that japa is begun with I have to start remembering the Lord because Lord is inspiring me, and with love and devotion you start remembering the name of the Lord and lose yourself in that name, in that love for the Lord, then transformation is possible. Then when you come out of that meditation and live your life, you will not feel tired. You will not feel exhausted. There will be a spring in your step. There will be a sparkle in your eyes. Doing whatever you are doing. No question of, नहीं ये नहीं वो नहीं, ठीक है. नहीं बोल सकते हो, you can say no, but that also joyfully you will say. Yesterday when I take the lecture at Fiji temple, there the person who is the president, he comes to pick me up. He says, Swamiji, one thing has happened. What? He says, since I became president, I was a very angry president before. He himself is saying, I was a very angry president. I wanted people to change. I wanted people to change. I couldn't understand why they study Ramayana and they are not changing. This was his story. And now 6 months we have been taking lecture. He says, I have made a resolution. And I have told in front of all the people that I have made 3 resolutions. First, I will not get angry. And if I get angry, you remind me. And I am a small child. If I again become angry, you just understand that I am trying to get better. But remind me that you have gone the wrong way. Second, I will not tell lies. And third, I will not try to change the world. This is after first lecture, and yesterday, today is what, Saturday? Yesterday. Yesterday again, while coming back, he is telling me all this. I said, why you are... No, Swamiji, because after listening only this, till I met you, I was still in the same mode, but I did not know how to bring it about. I made the resolution, but it was not clicking. But after the first lecture, it has clicked. And now everyone is saying, hey, Mr. His name is Shri. Hey, Shri, तुम बदल गए हो यार. और सब बुढ़े बुढ़े हैं वहाँ पे, elderly. So they're saying, you are changed. I said, so what do you do now differently? नहीं, पहले मैं, he's giving me some examples. What is the example? He says, we had a meeting and we decided for Diwali we are going to cook so many dishes. They said, decided. He says, before, if someone changes anything, one day I told one person, he said, I am going to make the rice. And I told him, come at 11 o'clock, by 1 o'clock the rice should be ready, evening everyone will come. He came at 1 o'clock. And when he came at 1 o'clock, he says, this is not the rice that I cook, I like the other type of rice. He says, get out from here. He says, that type of person I was there. So I said, now what do you do different? He says, Swamiji, just this Diwali, just now passed. After all the dishes or menu is decided, one Amma comes, she says, Shri, I think we should change this vegetable, this is... She says, Swamiji, if it was before, I would have told her what her place was. But now, I said, Amma, already तू बुढ़ी हो गई है, अभी कितनी और सब्जियां बनाएगी, अभी हम लड़कियों को बनाने दे, अभी तू मस्त रहना. और मजाक मजाक में बोल के मैंने घुमा दिया. मैंने कहा बहुत अच्छा किया. So that he is showing how his thinking is changing. अब किसके सामने बोलेगा? दूसरों के सामने बोलेगा तो people will say अपने मुंह मियाँ मिठू. You are doing your own praises by your own mouth. It doesn't go down well with other normal people. See? So here, so he is now, because of his attitude, suddenly the response of all the people, there were 150, 200 people in their group. Before, he was someone to be afraid of. In 6 months, everyone, they may not be outgoing and loving and hugging, but their response towards him, their attitude towards him is totally different because his attitude towards them is different. He doesn't take anything seriously now. Before, he wanted to be an instrument to bring the community to change themselves. He says, Swamiji, आपने एक बार बोल दिया भगवान ने बनाया, भगवान ही चेंज करेगा, मैं नहीं कर सकता, मैं अपने को ही त्रास दे रहा हूँ. So I stopped. And as a result, this itch is not there that I have to change the people. Once that has stopped, automatically where is his mind now? Only on Prabhu. Only on Prabhu now. And therefore, by his grace, he says, I was never a devotee of the Lord. I didn't even believe that much. By chance, the Lord came into my life. By chance, someone made me the president. So many times I have been the president. By chance, you have come into our life. By chance, we know satsang is possible, Ramayana, but we don't know the meaning of Ramayana or the Gita the way you are telling us. See, where people are and where they could be. All that has happened in your life has brought you all to this point. Don't underestimate all that has happened. So in this way, all the people, see, she says, when I am with Saket and Bhagyashri, I become like a child. I am worse than them. Then she has to scold me, not scold them to stop. I have to be stopped.
Literally, I have to scold you. Literally.
Okay? Because I am more mastikhor.
When they come to my
So,
house.
what has happened? 50-year-old man with 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 7-year, 6? 8. Oh my God. 8. Don't make me fall. 8-year-old boy. What has happened? See, we all, when we play with our grandchildren, what happens to us? कभी normal तुम बोलते क्या ऐसे? If someone takes your video and shows, क्या बन रहा है? But with the small child, you become young. when the whole society's focus is on that young, happy, gorgeous, laughing, inspiring, unconditionally loving, supporting Krishna, naturally their mind also becomes like that. Body may be getting old, but they are becoming younger and younger. Suddenly, from where the energy comes, normally would I play and do masti by myself or with him or with him? No. But with them I will do masti and I will not get tired. Why? It's their effect on me, isn't it? Imagine continuously what energy and inspiration Krishna, if we think of Krishna, that will come to us. अथनंद समासाद्य भगवान् देवकी सुतः संकर्षणश्च राजेन्द्र परिष्वज्येदमूचतुः पितर्युवाभ्यां स्निग्धाभ्यां पोषितौ लालितौ वृषं पित्रोरभ्यधिका प्रीतिः आत्मजेष्वात्मनोऽपि सपिता सा च जननी यौ पुष्णीतां स्वपुत्रवत् शिशून् बन्धुभिरुत्सृष्टान् अकल्पै पोषरक्षणे यातयूयं व्रजं तात वयं च स्नेहदुःखितान् ज्ञातीन् वो द्रष्टुमिच्छामो विधाय सुहृदां सुखम् एवं सान्त्वय्य भगवान् नन्दं स्वरजमुच्चतुः वासोऽलङ्कारकुप्याद्यैः अर्हयामास सादरम् इत्युक्तस्तौ परिष्वज्य नन्दप्रणयविह्वलः पूरयन्नश्रुभिर्नेत्रे सह गोपैर्व्रजं ययौ. So, having after this, the Krishna and Balram, Atha Nanda Samasadya, he went close to Nanda Baba, Bhagavan Devaki Sutta, meaning the Lord who is the son of Devaki, Sankarshanascha Rajendra Parishvajye the Muchatuhu, and along with Sankarshana, that is Balram, he went and hugged Nanda Baba and he spoke. What did he say? Petruryoabhyam snigdabhyam poshitau lalitau vrusham pitrorabhyadhika pritihi atmajeshvatmanopihi. It's beautiful. He says, O Father, by you too, that is yourself and Yashoda Mata, full of affection, both of has been reared and taken care of till today. And you have protected us, you have taken care of us, you have nourished us, you have showered your affection and love, and even though we are not your real children. See? So, when we come across, normally in society it is seen among parents that they may be loving towards all the children, but that extra love is there for their children. Isn't it? It's not the same for everyone. But how should it be? It should be like Nanda and Yashoda. Oh, it's so easy to say that because Nanda and Yashoda did not have their own children, so they considered Krishna and Balram as their own children. Yes, it may be easy, but it is what do you call?
An example.
It is an example. It is a level. It is a disposition that is required, that towards all the children, even if they are not yours, how you should behave. So here Krishna Bhagavan is telling that that parents they love their children more than they love themselves. This is normally seen, and therefore Sapita sacha janani yau pushni tam swaputravat shishun bandhu bhirutsrustan kalpai posharakshane. And then he says, he is the real father and she is the real mother who nourish like their own offspring, the babies cast off by their relations, incapable of nourishing and protecting them. See? So did Vasudeva cast it off? No, he did not. But he doesn't remember that because his memory is taken off by the Lord. What? He crossed the river Yamuna and took him to Nandagrama and put it in the bed of... All that he doesn't remember. How did he reach there? Lord's Leela? From his point of view, from Vasudev's point of view. But he says, you gave us as much affection as if you would give to your own child. So we are indebted to you. So he says, and you have done a great service to us in that manner. And now in the 22nd verse here says, Yata yuyam vrajam tata vayam cha sneha dukkhitan nyati navo drashtume shyamo vidhaya suhrudam sukham. He says, now please, O Tat, O Father, O dear Father, now you please return to Vraja Bhumi, Vrindavan, and what about, you are sending me away? His mind will be saying, what about you? He says, I am coming shortly. I have lived with you for so many years. Now let me give some time and affection and share the love of my parents, Devaki and Vasudeva. And once they are settled, then I will come. Goli de raha hai. And I will come. And we will see whom does he send. He sends a clone. Uddhav. Uddhav looks like Krishna. He is his cousin brother. He says, they will not, you go and you bring them delight. The moment they look at you, they will be all, they will not allow you to come back. And he is, anyway, that topic is afterwards. In the next chapter, we'll see that when it comes. And all these people who are here in Mathura, my parents, etc., they have gone through so much trouble and because of the atrocities of Kamsa. Let me heal them and let me shower love on them. Let them shower love on me, and when everything is settled, then I will come. And then vasantavya bhagavan nanda savrajamachyutaha vaso lankara kupyadyaihi ahayamasa sadaram ityuktastau parishvajya nanda pranaya vihvala purayannashrubhindra sahagopairrajam yayau. And having in this way santvata evam santvaya bhagavan nanda swarajam achyutaha. So the Lord, having given the assurance, having given the santvana to Nanda Baba, having consoled the Nanda Baba, along with all the other people who had come with him, all the Gopas, he started moving back towards the Vraj Bhumi after every one of them was presented with something, utensils, clothes, whatever they required for the villages. Before, during Kamsa's period, what was there? He was only getting things from them. Now things have changed. Only giving. How do you express love? Not by demanding. You express love by giving and showering and sacrificing. And this is again an example. In this example we see Kamsa's attitude and Krishna's attitude. Krishna's attitude is to give, to sacrifice, to share, whereas those who are egoistic people, they only want and want. Not give, not share. And with due honor and reverence, he does the namaskar to his Nanda Baba, and then and when after that Nanda Baba along with all others, they start moving back towards the Vrajabhumi. Atha Shurasuto Rajan Putrayo Samakarayat Purodhasa Brahmanaischa Yathavad Sankrutim Tebhyo Dad Dakshina Gavo Rukmamala Swalankruta Swalankruteभ्य Sampujya Sabatsakshaw Mamalini Ya Krishna Rama Janmarkshe Manodatta Mahamatihi Tashchadadadanusmrutya Kansena Dharmato Hrutaha Tatascha Labdha Sanskaro Dvijatvam Prapya Suvratau Gargadyadukulacharya Gayatram Vratamastitau Prabhavau Sarva Vidyanam Sarvajna Jagadishwarau Nanya Siddhamala Jnanam Guhamanav Narehiteihi Atho Gurukule Vasam Ichchanta Upajagmatuhu Kashyam Sandipanim Nama Yavanti Puravasinam Yadhopasadyatau dattau Gurau Vrutti Maninditam Grahayanta Upektaus Sma Bhaktya Devamivadrutau Tayor Dvijavarastushtaha Shuddha Bhava Nuvrittibihi Provacha Vedanakhilan Sangopanishado Guruhu Sarahasyam Dhanurvedam Dharmananya Tathanstatha Tatha Chanvikshi Vidyam Rajanitim Cha Vidham Sarvam Naravarashreshthau Sarva Vidya Pravartakau Sakrunigada Matrena Tau Sanjagruhatur Nrupa Ahoratraishchatushrashtya Sanyatau Savati Kalaha Guru Dakshinayacharya Chandayama Satur Nrupa Dvijastayostam Mahimanam Adbhutam Sanlakshara Nushimmatim Samantrapatya Samaha Navivrutam Balam Prabhase Varayam Babhuvaha Tadetyatharuha Maharadhau Gatham Prabhasamasa Yaduranta Vikramau Belapu Prajanishidatu Kshanam Sindhurviditvarhanamaharattayoho Tamaha Bhagavanashu Guruputra Pradhiyatam Yosa Vihatvaya Grasto Balako Mahatormina. So here what happens is, after that, after Nanda Maharaj has gone back, Vasudev, who is the son of Sura, duly caused the various ceremonies that have to be done at a particular age. He called the Garga Maharaj, he was their Kulguru, and he called them and they did the Yagyopavit and etc. Because all other things have been done, Yagyopavit was left and Yagyopavit is done. And then he was given the sacred thread conferring the ranks of Dvija with respect to both his sons. Who is a Dvija? Dvija means, Dvi means two, Ja means Aja, the twice born. So he who is twice born. So first birth is from the womb of the mother. Second birth is after the thread ceremony. And yet there is one more birth. What is that? When you take sannyas. Or when you merge into the divine, that is the ultimate birth. You go back to the original. And these are the stages. And those who forget that these are the stages, they introduce one more stage in between. That stage is called Grahastha Ashram. And then because of Grahastha Ashram, Vanaprastha also comes. So second stage. Actually there was only Brahmachari, Brahmachari and straight sannyas. But then the world has to go around. So for that these two in between were introduced. So having appropriately worshipped them, he gave to them when they were duly adorned feast for their services and everything. When Vasudeva got when he got married and when he was told that the eighth child was born, and remember when the light came and he saw his wife Devaki full of effulgence and he felt a great sense of divinity within himself, at that time he committed certain things to the Brahmanas and to the society, that if when this child is born, I will give so many cows and so much gold, and so all that was still pending. All that was still pending. And he fulfills all that now. And if we as human beings or as grahasthas or as individuals, if we have made a commitment ever in our life that I am going to do this for someone, in front of the Lord you have told, I am going to give so much to someone or to this cause or to that cause, do it. Make your mind free. Otherwise it will pursue you till your last breath. It may become the cause of your next birth also. Get out of it. So here the Vasudeva and Devaki, mainly Vasudeva, all the feast that was to be given, the cows that were to be given as dakshina, the gold that was to be given as dakshina, whatever he had committed, he fulfills every one of those. And after that, reaching his resolve made at the time of birth of Sri Krishna and Balrama, Vasudeva, who possessed a lofty mind, gave away even those cows that had been mentally gifted by him on that occasion and which had been unlawfully seized by Kamsa. So here one more thing is being told. Not necessarily you have told it to someone that I commit to this. No, in your mind also, if you have genuinely felt, for example, today Chennai floods are there, and if in your mind, in your quiet moment, in your meditation or when you are in front of the Lord, a thought has come, I must contribute something to that cause. Do it and get over with it. Don't keep postponing it. Nahi yaar, organizations do this, organizations do that, I think whom should I give it to this or to that, and you are delaying. Important is not to whom it goes, important is your mind is at peace. That you don't, one virus is not left behind which will keep eating away at your conscience. That you have not done this, you have not done this, you committed and you didn't do it, you committed and you didn't do it. It will not allow you to sleep, it will not allow you to die also. So whatever is left over from childhood till today, if you have made any commitments, this is the time. This is the reminder here. Clear it, clear your debts. Make yourself empty. Just like our Vasudevji has done. And in this way, having gone through the purificatory rite and attained the rank of Dvija, the two brothers thereupon embarked on the vow of celibacy under the instructions of Maharishi Garga. Garga was their Kulguru. So when we take the thread ceremony, we are initiated with the Gayatri mantra, whether it is just Om or it is Om Bhurvasva Tattvaviturvarenyam, whatever. But then from that time till the time of marriage, the child has to maintain celibacy. Why? So that he can muster up all the energies, the vitality, and put it in the right direction under the guidance of the teacher. But Krishna Bhagavan is something different. He is eternally a brahmachari. Even if he gets married to 16,108 wives, still he is a brahmachari. How? That we'll see when that incident comes. And thereafter, and then they started living in the under the preceptor of Yadures. And after that, concealing by their actions which looked more or less human, their unclouded wisdom that had not been acquired through another, the seeking to reside in the house of the preceptor with the object of attaining knowledge in order to set an example before the world, the two brothers who were the omniscient rulers of the universe and the source of all learning now actually sought the presence of a Brahmana by the name of Acharya Sandipani, and he lived in Ujjain, and under his tutelage they lived and studied and gained the knowledge of the various scriptures, the Dhanurvidya, this Vidya, that Vidya. And he was from the family, born to the family of Kasa. Having duly approached him, the two brothers tamely and reverently waited upon him as God with devotion, teaching irreproachable behavior towards one's preceptor. And there they show, even though Krishna Bhagavan knows that he is the ultimate, Sankarshana, the Balramji also knows, yet for the benefit of us, they are showing how we should serve a teacher. They go there, how? Samit Panihi, Shrotriya Brahmanishtham. Upanishads say that when we approach a teacher, we should take dry sticks and then offer it at the feet of the teacher. What do the dry sticks signify? That I am ready to be burnt by your teaching. I am ready to annihilate who I think I am, to be replaced by the knowledge of the scriptures, because we all have our individuality. Individuality needs to be burnt away, and that can not happen by self-study. Very rare people can do that. Most of us need a teacher, need a guru who can guide us in that direction. And when they were there, even though they are gods, they know that they fell at the feet of parents, they took the Yagyapavit. Now they are doing the service of the teacher Sandipani. And while they are there, here it's told that gratified with their services, rendered with genuine devotion, Sandipani, the foremost of Brahmanas, taught them all the four Vedas along with 6 auxiliary branches of learning, the Shiksha or phonetics, Chanda or prosody, Vyakarana or grammar, Jyotisha or astronomy, Kalpa or the science prescribing the rituals and giving rules for ceremonial or sacrificial acts, and Nirukta or etymology, and the Upanishads, the crowning part of the Vedas, expounding the secret meaning of the Vedas and treating of Brahma, that is, as well as the Dhanur Veda, and that is the knowledge of the various astras and shastras and the administration. And all these, there are 64 vidyas. Who else is Nipun, who is expert at the 64 knowledges? Narad Muni. Narad Muni is also expert in the 64 vidyas. Krishna Bhagavan in 64 days studied all the 64 knowledges. How is it possible? How is it possible? Why is it not possible to us? Why can't we remember what we ate day before yesterday for dinner? Why is it not possible for us to remember what we did yesterday morning at 10 o'clock? Huh? Brahmacharya is not there. Brahmacharya is not there. Krishna Bhagavan and Balram, yes, they are gods, but they have practiced Brahmacharya, and with that, all that vitality and energy, they have directed it towards the truth, directed towards the words of their teacher. And when they heard, they needed to hear it only once. Ramchandraji also did the same. He went, in 4 days he learned everything that was there to learn. And then the teacher used to take a break and Ramchandra used to teach the other brothers. Here Krishna and Balram, in 64 days, all the 64 knowledges they master. See? And this capacity, see Karna, he was what? Suryaputra, isn't it? He went to Parshuram. How many days did it? Before he went to Parshuram, Parshuram's condition was that if at all I teach, I will teach only a Brahmin, I will not teach a Kshatriya anymore. So he tells lies to Parshuram that I am a Brahmin. He doesn't say I am a Brahmin, he says I am not a Kshatriya because I don't know where I come from. But before approaching Parshuram, he goes to a teacher and learns all the 4 Vedas. In how many days? 4 days. He is Suryaputra. Surya is the abode of knowledge. In 4 days he is able to grasp the entire knowledge. Look at a small child, how quickly they learn everything. What happens when you grow old? Why that capacity and capability to learn, remember, connect things? Why that is not there as we grow old? Because we take it for granted. We have grown up. You have to remain a child. You have to remain a child. You have to be a learner all through our life in order to grow, in order to expand. The day we say, I have reached the maximum that I could, from that day on, contraction begins. No more expansion. Here it is told, 35th verse. Sarva naravara shreshthau sarva vidya pravartakau sakrun nigada matrena tau sanjagarutan turnrupa. Not even 64 days. Here it is written 1 day. In one single lesson, they learned all the knowledge. Amazing. Then after that, they mastered in the course, now it says, they mastered in the course of 64 days and nights as many arts. And then persuaded the teacher to ask for the Guru Dakshina. And the Guru says, what I can ask, you are the Lord, that you came into my life, you gave me the opportunity to be your teacher. That itself is my Guru Dakshina. But these two, will they listen? No, you have to. Then what does he say? He says, okay, if at all you want to give me a Guru Dakshina, then you are the Lord and you know that I had a son who vanished away in the Prabhas Kshetra. He drowned and died, or he went missing. So I want my son back. This is the Guru Dakshina, that the Guru, because his attachment is, see, in front of him the Lord is there. He is not, see how subtle it is. He could ask for great thing, that let my devotion be there at your feet forever and ever. That could be the Guru Dakshina. But instead he says, I want my dead son back. It's an impossibility for a normal student. But for Krishna and Balram, if the Guru has said that I want something, it has to be delivered. So they went to the ocean. Then when they go to the ocean, he says, let my Guru's son be restored at once. They went to the Prabhas Kshetra. There the ocean is there. This Prabhas Kshetra is near the away from Dwarka. We went there. And he told the ocean. And the moment ocean came to know that Krishna Bhagavan has come at his on its banks, he immediately comes out and starts singing the glory of the Lord. Samudra Uvacha Naivaharshamaham Deva Daityaya Panchajano Mahan Antar Jalachara Krishna Shankharupadharo Suraha आस्ते ते ततो नूनं तच्छ्रुत्वा सत्वरं प्रभुः जलमाविश्य तं हत्वा नापश्यत् उदरे उभकम् ततङ्गप्रभवं शङ्खम् आदाय रथमागमत ततः संयमनीं नाम यमस्य त्वयितां पुरीं गत्वा जनार्दनः शङ्खं प्रदद्मौ महलायुधः शङ्खनिर्ह्लादमाकर्ण्य प्रजा संयमनो यमः तयो सपर्यां महतीं चक्रे भक्त्युपबंहृतम् उवाच वानतः कृष्णं सर्वभूताशयालयम् लीला मनुष्यते विष्णो युवयो करवाम किम् लीला मनुष्य हि विष्णो युवयो करवाम किम्. He says, "O Lord, I did not carry the child." He is afraid of the Lord. He immediately surrenders. I did not take the child away. There is a great demon called by the name of Panchajanya who lives inside a conch. He has taken the child away. He has taken the son of your guru away, and he must have taken it away. And hearing that, immediately, without thinking second time, the Lord immediately jumped into the river, went underneath, found the conch, took the demon out, finished him off, brought the conch out, but the child was not there. What to do with the child? Where to find the child now? Then he comes out, and then taking the conch that formed the body of the Lord comes out of the water, gets onto the chariot. He says, Balram, let's go. They go to the Yamapuri, and they go there, and there, outside itself, the moment they reach, he blows the conch. Yamaraj ji comes over, "Arey Baba, kya chahiye? How can I serve you? How can I?" So he says, "O Vishnu, disguised as a human being by way of sport, what can we do for you both?" Yamaraj is saying. So Krishna Bhagavan says, "Guru Putra Mihanitam Nija Karmadi Bandhanam Anayaswa Maharaja Machasana Puraskrutaha Tatheti Tenopanitam Guru Putram Yaduttamau Dattva Swagurave Bhuyo Guru Nishveti Tamu Chatuhu." He says, because of my listening to me by my command, Krishna Bhagavan is telling Yamaraj, by my command, I order you to bring my Guru's son back to me. He may have died because of his karmas, because of his merits or demerits, whatever. But I nullify everything. You bring him back right now. Who was brought here as a result of his own karmas, hand over the son of my teacher to me. And the Yamaraj says, "Okay, sir," and he has got no choice, because who is Krishna Bhagavan? He is the Lord, he is the boss of Yamaraj. Yamaraj is only a Kshetrapal, he is only taking care of one particular area. Krishna Bhagavan, he can do or undo whatever he wants in this creation. So here what is being told is that if the Lord wants, he can do anything. That is his capacity, that is his potential. So whatever feels, yesterday only this story came in my mind, and that is the story of Gora Kumbhar. He tramples his own son under his feet, chanting Vithala, 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 Vithala. And that same Vithala then brings the child back to life, isn't it? That child who has been totally crushed and is bloodied. That is the power of the Lord, not of the power of human being. That is the power of the Lord. And that conviction, so that we become convinced, not just intellectually, but with faith, these type of incidences are being told, so that transformation of our mind takes place. We become convinced that Lord is, that the love for the Lord, or the appreciation of the potential of the Lord, Because everyone says, what is in it for me if I take the name of the Lord? Today only, in the temple after the Sanskrit class, one person was discussing, what do I gain if I do my sadhana? If God is everywhere? I said, don't do. This question comes because we are not convinced. So the Yadus said to him, Dattva swagurave bhuyo vrinishveti tamuchatuhu, and be pleased to ask for another boon of your choice. So after having delivered the son to their guru as Guru Dakshina, they are still not satisfied. They say, oh Guru Maharaj, ask for another boon. And what does Guru say? How much is left? Almost. Guru Vacha Samyak Sampadito Vatsa Bhavadbhyam Guru Nishkrayaha Konu Yushmad Vidya Guroho Kamanam Vishishyate Gacchatam Swagruham Virau Kirtirvabhastu Pavani Chandasya Yatayamani Bhavantviha Paratracha Guruneva Manubnyatau Rathena Ramhasa Ayatau Swapuram Jata Parjanya Ninadena Vai Samanandana Praja Sarva Društva Samajanardanau Appashyantau Bruhat Bahvahani Nashtalabdhadhana Iva. So here the Guru Maharaj says, see, that is the greatness of the Guru also, because something has to be asked. So he asks. But now, having the students are saying, ask for another boon, the teacher says, no. I am satisfied, I should have been satisfied that you have come to study with me. The Lord himself has come. But because you implored, I asked you for my son. What you have done is enough. I don't want anything more from you at all. And now what I wish is return to your home, O great ones. May your glory purify all, and let the Vedas ever remain fresh in your memory, here as well as hereafter. Thus, given the permission by their teacher, the Balram and Sri Krishna thereafter returned to Mathura. And Sukadevji Maharaj is telling Parikshit, oh Parikshit, their chariot was going faster than the speed of the wind and thundering like a cloud. And all the people of Mathura, they became from far away when they saw that dust cloud, they knew Krishna Balram are coming back. And a sudden thrill went through the whole city. And all those people who were so saddened that Krishna and Balram have gone to Ujjain to study, I don't know, after 12 years they will come, but these fellows are coming after 64 days. Suddenly a new thrill. When some surprise comes, who went to Daksha? Your wife went to give surprise to Daksha. What must have happened to her? See? So that is what is happening to the Mathuravasis. A sudden thrill, a sudden joy, a sudden inspiration, all sadness forgotten, and only Paramanand. And with that, इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्य संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे पूर्वार्धे गुरुपुत्रानयनं नाम पंचचत्वारिंशोऽध्यायः. So with this we conclude the 45th chapter of the Canto 10 of the Bhagavad Mahapuran. And now the story of Uddhav begins, and the chapter 47 will be the Brahmara Geet, where the gopis will teach Uddhav. And who is Uddhav? Who thinks he is a great intellectual. He will be brought down to his reality. Om Purnamada Purnamidam पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।